is a random rant sort of video because of a situation that happened to me over the weekend. Okay, I wasn't able to make a video over the weekend because I had this expo to go to from school. We went to Greensboro, and it was an African American leadership conference. Now, let me go ahead and weigh in on that shit. I don't usually like to participate in things that have black or African American in front of it, and I'll tell you why in a second. It's not because I'm racist against my own people or anything like that, but I'll tell you in a second. The reason I went was because it was a free motherfucking hotel, free meals, and it was in Greensboro. Hello, okay? King size bed, free of charge, school covered it, you know what I'm saying? So whatever. The reason I do not like to associate myself with things that have African American in the front of it is because it's so exclusive. It's so exclusive to me. I feel like when you say, okay, this is a black club, this is the African American club, how is that including anybody else other than African American people? And I know somebody's gonna say, well, that's the fucking point, Big Zo. What the fuck are you talking about? I know that's the motherfucking point. But what I'm saying is I don't like that. To me, we're segregating ourselves even more when you do that. Why couldn't it just be a leadership conference open to everybody? You know what I'm saying? Why it had to be an African American leadership conference? I understand that. I don't like situations like that. But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna get into the meat and potatoes, as Quadir would say, meat and potatoes of the situation. We're going to get into a whole motherfucking meal, okay? It's going to be 3 courses. So we went to this leadership conference, and it was fun because it was all weekend. So a friend of mine was a part of the same group that I was, because let me just backtrack. It's a pure mentorship program that I'm a part of. And that's the reason why we went to this leadership conference. And I have a best friend of mine that's a part of this program with me, and she went as well. So I got to have fun with her and some other people that went. We did some fraternity parties, you know what I'm saying, and it was okay because it was a bunch of different schools that were put together at this conference. It was okay. I don't really like doing frat parties because some motherfuckers be acting ignorant and stupid, and next thing you know, Big Zo's gonna have to cut a bitch, and you won't be seeing me no more. You won't be seeing me no more. Let me hit on there. When we were doing the actual conference, when we would listen to speeches and all this stuff, we were all these speeches had to do with the empowerment of black people. Black people, we need to come together. When you're in a school filled with predominantly white students, you need to realize how to prosper in that midst. I have an issue with that. When you say shit like that, it's putting me versus them. Why do we have to say, and once again, I know that a lot of people do like this whole African American clubs, these black clubs, all this shit. Why the fuck do we have to say, oh, when you are a black student in the midst of white students, a predominantly white, university, you need to be able to prosper in spite of that. I don't like that. I don't like the racial ties that you're binding me with. I don't like that you're choking me, you're lynching me with this racial label. I'm a black student. Yes, that is true. Politically correct. Yes. But let me tell you what also works. I'm a student. I'm a student at a university filled with other students, with thousands of other students. How do I prosper in spite of that? Works miracles. I love that. Instead of saying I'm a fucking black student in the midst of white students. To me, you're already saying that, okay, because you're a black student in the midst of white students, you're gonna fail? What the fuck? Anyway, boop, bitch, whatever. Which also isn't true anyway, because if you look at some HBCUs, not trying to diss anybody who goes to an HBCU, which if you don't know what that means, it's a historical black college or university. That's what it means. Basically mostly black. A lot of people do not prosper in spite of the fact that they're with their own race. So you need to shut that shit up. So I was sitting here, you know, and so a lot of the times while he was talking, it was just like womp 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 womp, you know, because I was just like, okay, whatever. So or Lorenzo, as you guys know my name, just calming down, just chill the fuck out, because this shit was getting on my nerves. I got tired of hearing every ignorant black motherfucker in there getting up and saying, well, I feel that that, you know, when I'm in a school full of white people, that I feel like that I feel that we don't get the recognition that we supposed to get, and how am I supposed to survive in college when there ain't nothing but white people around me? Bitch, you study your books and you do well on tests. That's how you survive in fucking college, you stupid, ignorant bitch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, ignorance. I hate it. It's my kryptonite. If I was Superman, ignorance would be my fucking kryptonite. That's how you would get me. That's how you would get me acting like Superman. Ignorance is so not bliss. I hate that shit. And so we eventually split off into little groups. And they were asking about ways that black students can get other students involved in their programs. And I finally had to speak. I stood up and I was like, I think that one of the best ways to get black students to get white students involved with black student programs is to take the black title off of the program. To stop saying that we're black, instead of saying we're black, why can't we say we're urban? Instead of saying we're black, why can't we say, it's just the fucking extracurricular activity program or something like that. Something, United Students, some type of title that includes everybody and not just black people. Black people can start the organization, but it doesn't have to sound like it's exclusive. Oh, honey, you can hear the rumblings. Ooh, this nigga sound like he's a ditty. I heard that shit. I was about to address it, but I was like, you know what? How the fuck do I sound like I'm Sadiddy? How do I sound like I'm Sadiddy? Oh, because you sound white for one thing. That's what this one girl told me. I sound white. Okay. How do I sound white? You using all these big words to fucking confuse us. Bitch, are you not in college? Are you fucking serious, bitch? Are you not in college? I sound educated, so I'm Sadiddy? No, honey. No. And once again, I will say, I'm not racist against my own race, but shit, you know what? I'm not about race. I don't like race. I don't like black, white, Hispanic. I don't like that. I like us as a people, as a whole. That means white students, black students, Latin students, Asian students, Indian students, anybody. Australian students, had to include them. I didn't want to leave them out. Excuse me. Anybody. I'm about everybody. Any and everybody. So, eventually we got to the point where this bitch decided she wanted to address me and say that you've forgotten where you come from. And I was like, excuse me? And she's like, you've forgotten where you come from. And I was like, I know where I came from. And she said, do you? And I said, yes, I do. And she was like, well, obviously you didn't come from Africa. I'm like, I'm not from Africa, bitch. And she's like, excuse me? I said, I'm not from Africa, bitch. I'm from Bronx, New York. That's where I originally came from. Then I moved down to North Carolina. So yeah, I'm not from Africa. And unless you were born in Sierra Leone, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, all them other African countries, you're not from Africa either, motherfucker. Your ancestors might be. You trace your lineage first because you might not even know if they are or not. Your ancestors might be, but you're not from fucking Africa, bitch. So don't sit here and tell me I'm from Africa and I forgot where I came from just because I sit here saying black people should stop this whole black pride bullshit and get with the program of other races. Oh, God, that shit, I just hate that shit. But you know what? Next time, you know, my educated viewers, and I'm hoping that all my viewers are very educated and that you guys are getting your degree or you're in high school and you're learning as much as you can. And if someone ever comes at you by saying like, oh, you sound white, you sound intelligent, so you sound sedity, you act like you ain't come from Africa, you look them dead in the eyes and be like, I'm not from Africa, bitch.